Hello, and a very good evening to you, and welcome everybody. And Taryn, let's say hello to you. Oh, where we go here? Next, we're going to do that there. Now we're right. Now we're side by side. Okay, it's not working on Instagram, so I'm going to turn that one off. Sorry, guys, we've got to go to Instagram. Anybody watching there, please come live onto Cafe Clairvoyance. Okay, on Facebook. Bye.
We're coming on. Are we coming on? I'm sorry.
Yeah, came off Instagram. Instagram was just too, it didn't work being too close to each other. Never mind. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're probably thinking here, what on earth is going on over there? Well, I've got to tell you, it's all happening tonight because it's all about the heart and the moon. And here is my exceptionally good friend Taryn. She's joining me tonight for a spectacular show. Well, I hope it's going to be a spectacularly lively, informative show. And this is all about, it's going to be about here emotions, about relationships. It's about how we're going through this particular time. And you guys out there, just how all of this feels for us right now, partially being locked up. It sounds like we're all in jail, locked down rather, and setting ourselves up here, where we're all going in the futures, and how the heart and the moon may be able to help us here. And yes, let's get us into a good place. So before we go anywhere, I think we need a little intro. If my intro will come across here, it will come across. Here he comes. There he goes. Hello, how are you? Welcome back, everybody. We're here for at least an hour. And at least an hour, we're going to talk about the heart of the moon here and what this all means and where we're all going in our lives. And lovely to see so many of you lovely people online straight away. All your support there, so thank you very much.
My lady. Yeah, there's
yes.
my lady.
Yeah. Everybody's here. Thank you very much, everybody. And tonight, it's very following on from where we are, really. And just to catch up with you guys and just give you loads of information about the heart and the moon, what this all means, how we can benefit for this particular time. And just first of all, just to introduce my good friend Taryn. For those of you who have never met Taryn before, Taryn is a fantastic lady. She's a coach, but she's a very special coach indeed, because she does emotional freedom. And I believe your company is called Truly Intuitive.
Yes.
Am I doing well so far? Am I doing all right? Yeah, we're called Truly Intuitive, and we've worked together. This would be our third occasion that we've actually worked together, and I just want to say thank you very much to you guys out there, because you've so supported us here, and it's been absolutely wonderful. And every time we do a show here, we get loads of feedback from you guys, so it's lovely, and it's lovely to see so many people, even in 3 minutes. So what are you guys like? There's coming on over 12 people on already, and we got 2 hearts, and that's it. You're getting in the mood, I see, because we're talking about the heart and the moon. You're going to get in the mood. Okay, right. I'm just yes. Okay, let's go here. So, heart of the moon, and also just talking about the moon. We've had a recent new moon in Taurus.
Oh yes.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that from a female perspective over here? Not to be sexist at all, but there's obviously shaken some ground here. Oh, so how have people been up your neck of the woods when we're talking about the new moon?
I've had a lot of my clients being very emotional,
okay,
very wobbly, looking at the past, which is of course what the new moon in Taurus is all about. It's about thinking about perhaps things from the past that you'd like to fix or things like that. But I've tried to put a positive twist, because sometimes when you feel like things are a bit dark or a bit intense, it can be a bit overwhelming, can't it?
Yeah.
So one of the things I said is that it's actually a really positive thing. It's asking you to put things to bed. It's asking you to look at things and cut it and clear it, is what I've said to people. If things have popped up, why has it popped up? Do you need to clear it? Do you need to set new intentions and change your path. So it's all about your mindset and how you want to interpret things, I think, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've found, you know, I always think, because it's about grand new beginnings as well, the Taurus new moon. So it's exciting times, you know, but a lot of people have been quite, sort of wobbly and sort of emotional, whereas I felt really good with the new moon. It was actually the full moon, which does affect Pisces, that the previous one that completely sent me.
Okay. Sarah Katharina asks, she says, what does this mean for people of that sign? So if you're a Taurus here, I work in astrology quite a lot. I'll give my little viewpoint, and then you by all means come in and say here. Taurus is an earth sign, and in the sign at the moment is Uranus, which Taurian people, they love to have things set in their ways, and everything's got to look very nice, very organised, it's very beautiful, everything's got to be in order. Whatever you do, never go into a Taurian's house and meddle with their antiques or their furniture. Oh, that looks nice, and you put it in the wrong place. You'll never get invited back again. You won't. But if you've got a friend there who's happy to do the same thing for you again and again and again and again, they'll do it. Taurians are fantastic like that, but they're also very, very stubborn, very strong people. I mean, you get a Taurian into a relationship, and we're talking about trust. We've got to talk about Venus in Taurus here. Venus, we're going to talk about all this planetary stuff coming up in front of us. Venus in Taurus, or the ruling planet here, Venus, needs to know it's secure. So it's like saying to you, I mean, tell me if you had this experience, like, do you love me? But this is what Taurus people do.
Well, yeah.
I know. But what you say, but Taurus people want to know they're loved. There's nothing wrong with there's beautiful being loved, but they need to know it, they need to feel it, they need to sense it. It takes them a long time to drop the barriers and get going. Now, a moon like this, what happened is Uranus was there, the sun was there, and in between the two came this new moon and went, ping, I'm going to light this area up. And of course, Uranus is about change. So it's like saying here, oh, guess what? I've come alive and we're going to change things. And people are going, what? What do you mean change? Taurus is fixed. Hang on, whoa. I want stability. I need to have my feet on the ground. But it's also linked over to Saturn. So it's linked over to Saturn. And Saturn is about, I want to be in the past. I like the life in, as Shirley Bassey used to sing here, life in the old-fashioned way. And Uranus has been lit up by the moon. It says here, but I want changes, changes. And it's going mad. And the one that's going to win here, because the sun, the moon, and Uranus all together, is Uranus. Uranus is going to win for changes, yes. And if we stay in the past...
What I want to say to Sarah on that, just with what you've just said, is it Sarah who's a Taurus?
Sorry?
Or was it who mentioned the Taurus?
Sarah says, what does it mean for people of that sign? So I imagine it also means there that this is her sign. But actually, we've got some other people who are also Venus rulers, but they're also Libra. Sure. But yes, we'll come into that at a slightly different time here. But Taurus...
It's also about purpose and accomplishments. Taurus. It's definitely a time to contemplate, which is like what you're saying. They're looking at perhaps new parts and lighting up their life. But I think it's also, they might be looking at like their physical goals and sort of reflecting on their interests and their intentions. So they are evaluating everything, aren't they? I think that's very, very big.
Yes.
What I've picked up with Taurians.
Taurus in your chart. One of the things I'm going to say about you, because it's an earth sign, it's about love, it's about looking very nice, your hair's got to be good. Tell me, guys. Oh, sure, I've said the wrong words here. In fact, just for you people out there who are just dying for the hairdressers, I've just got this for you. Just got this for you here, because it's going to calm you down completely. Isn't that nice? Just chew people out. So you feel calmer now, don't you? So you feel like your hair's been cut and you're all right. You're all right. You're in a good place. Oh dear. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm Phil Creeks. This is my good friend Taryn Sandbrook, and we're here delivering a lovely session tonight on Heart and the Moon. And it's really here we want to find out what love is all about. And we're just talking about Taurus there, but Taurus in our chart is the things that make us feel, the things we like to touch. You know when you go into a clothes shop, and it's not just what it looks like. You go up to it, and maybe Taurus area, this area chart here, you go up to it, is what it feels like. So you go up to a nice dress. Oh, that looks nice. You go up and touch it. You go, oh no, I don't like that. It doesn't feel right. But from a distance here, you're thinking here, but surely that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, right. So Heart of the Moon. So various different things here. The moon in our chart. The moon in our chart is very much reflected to the part here where we feel secure, where we feel needed, where we feel that we're in balance. It's also the place where we go to when we're scared, when we need to have comfort. We need to be told here, we're okay, we're in a safe place. It's depending where it is in your chart here. Now, what we're going to do, I like to suggest is to Taryn, that we do the Heart of the Moon as maybe a couple of follow-ons coming on in front of us. Because then what we could do is, as we're discussing this, get you guys interested in this, and then we're going to get some astrology charts off you. We're going to get your birth details, and then we're going to look for where your moon is. And if you know where your moon is and you want to share it with us now, that's absolutely fine. But also here, what I'd like to do is to work on also where your Mars is and where your Venus, your Mars and Venus. You know where they say men are from Mars and women are from Venus? It's not true. It's so not true.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, giving a shout out to one of my friends.
Okay. Right. Hi everyone, love the humour. That's what Karen Canavan says. Hi everyone, love the humour, make me smile. Good. That's what we're here to do. Here. So we've got someone here. This is interesting. Here we've got someone in Cafe Clairvoyance has the moon in Libra. Moon in Libra here. So if you've got a moon in Libra, we're very much looking there for what makes us feel very comfortable. Our surroundings have got to feel like it's a place that makes us feel very cozy, very loving here. The right friends are around us. And it also is working out where the house system is all in too. That's all important for us as well.
Also with Libra, with this moon as well.
Yes. Okay, right. Where's your moon? Do you know where your moon is? Where's your moon, Taryn?
Sorry, you keep freezing on my iPad, so I see you, but I can't see you talking.
Okay. Oh, bless you. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. Hopefully you can hear me in a minute. Anyway, not to worry. Sometimes we have these little technical issues, but there you go. Oh, good. Yeah. So where's your moon? What sign is your moon in?
Well, I was born in the morning at 7:30 in the morning on the 7th of March, Pisces.
Okay.
So
we have to find out where your moon is. Now, the interesting thing here is this is interesting. Just say to you guys here as well. Whatever time of birth that you're at, whether you're born in England, whether you're born in Canada, America, wherever you guys, because I noticed some of you here are from USA, and Canada too. So it's lovely to see you guys. Now, with some of you guys here which are across the pond, doesn't matter whether you're born in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. But the important thing is just for you to know here, if you were born, whatever time your birth is here, would tell you your best time of day. So if you're born in the morning, I know you're having a few internet problems out there, so hopefully it's going to clear. But would you understand you're born in the morning? Would you understand here when you're up and about in the morning, that's it, you're off? Yes, we're still having internet problems over there. We'll carry on. Okay, born in Northern Ireland. Hey, says Katrina. Okay.
You're frozen on my screen. I don't know whether there's an issue with the.
Okay. We'll see. Well, we'll keep going, and then I can just keep people entertained. What we're doing here is just a few little difficulties there. But anyway, we're talking about relationships, you guys here. Talking about relationships. Cheryl Portatugi says.
See.
Cheryl Portatugi says that she was born at 4:30 a.m. So when I say here you're at your best at your time of birth, Jay Jones says that she was born at 10 a.m. Your time when you're at your best is roughly at your time of birth, apart from, obviously, if you're born at 4:30 in the morning. However, your morning times for you people are probably very good. I was born at 10:54, so anything between 10:54, so anything between 10:52 and 10:56, I'm at my best. After that, forget it. No, but in the morning, though, I love mornings. I think mornings are good for get up and go and do things. The afternoons is like, oh, this is slowing down now. And then the evening, I tend to come back up again. But normally here, when you're born, is an important time of day. Okay, Sarah Katrina says she was born at 18:20 in the evening. So, Sarah, would you understand to possibly here that you're a evening person, more of an evening person here? Okay. And Kat says that she was born at 5:30 in the morning, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Kat says 13th of January 1979. Okay. Well, it's always lovely to invite Capricorns on the show. They're the best.
It is.
They're the best. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The bias.
No, not at all. It's just someone has to lead the zodiac, don't they? Anyway, 5:30 in the morning, apparently. So there again, sometimes you may find here that time of day is when you're at your best. And let's just go back here, just have a look at a few other guys here. And okay, so Helen Grady says that she was born around lunchtime here. So is lunchtime one of your favourite times, or your favourite times of the day? Do you find in the morning there, Taryn, that when you're up and about in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a funny one. I don't like to be up before 7. Do not like to be up before 7. But once 7 gets there, yeah, I'm okay. Between 7 and 8,
It's the middle of the night, 7 o'clock. It's the middle of the night. No, actually, my dog gets me up. It gets me up about 7:30. So, yes, okay.
Yeah, that's why I've gone for a cat.
That's for a cat. Okay, anyone who's got animals here will probably totally understand here. God, we have to get up. Where sometimes it's not a choice. It's because you have to. Yes. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Let's have a little look here. Jay Jones says, "Oh, hello, lovely to see you." And we got quite a few lovely people on tonight. Look at you all. 17 people out there. 17 people want to come on, and we've got 18 thumbs up and 19 hearts. Okay, so working with emotions.
Yes.
This is just a 2-minute subject, isn't it? It's nothing very long, is it?
No.
No, just 2 minutes. Here and gone. How to upset people very quickly. So, one of the interesting things here when it comes to emotions and it comes to relationships and the moon and the heart, which we want to base this show around on here is to help people, is what would be the qualities you would say there, Taryn, that people should look for in a good relationship?
You know, this is massive, actually. This is something I learned, after finding myself and sort of using the moons to heal myself and my self-care. And do you know, the biggest quality I have to say, and the biggest lesson I learned, and I think this is huge in any relationship, is when you're looking for someone, see how you feel to communicate to them. Do you feel comfortable to just be yourself? Do you feel at ease with this person? Because if at any point you think within the first few weeks of knowing someone, oh, I better not say that, I better not do this, it's disaster. I'm telling you right now from personal experience, because that just gets worse and worse and worse. And then you put yourself in a situation. So for me, it's about being able to be open and communicate with that person and be yourself, because unless you can be yourself, which is loving yourself, you're no good to anybody.
Okay. I think for a lot of people here, you're all interacting and showing us lots of good signs here, and your hearts are going up even more. Thank you very much. That's very nice. And Helen Grady says, yes. We've got Pui Lee saying personality and big heart. And Helen Grady says, yes.
That's true.
Yes,
That's true.
yeah, big
All of
hearted.
those too.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Okay.
I think sometimes, yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on there. I think there's being able to sit down with someone and just feel. You know, you get that feeling in your belly, your belly. Actually, I can just relax. I don't. When we find that feeling that we're defensive, we're a barrier that we don't know what it is comes up. Now, how many of you guys out there have been in relationships where you thought that you were the one in the wrong, and you tried to work harder to make the relationship work, and it never did?
Oh, Phil, don't look at me with that one, do you?
Okay, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Should be in those relationships where you try and you think, yeah, it's me. It must be me. I must be doing something wrong. So true, Tess Sarah says Sarah. Yes, it's yes, and I think exactly what you were saying there earlier. I think that's what Sarah's coming back to as well. Having that feeling, you could just communicate with someone.
But also the key there is, the interesting thing is, all these things that everyone's saying is lovely, but the thing that people don't realise is before you start looking at what you want from that partner, the first thing you've got to see is how you feel. It's about you first, and people don't realise that. So it's interesting, all these things, yes, I agree, I'm with it. Patience, kindness, all of that. But wait, way before that, it's how you are with that person. That is the first thing that's got to count.
Yes. Sometimes what we get here, when we're going into that relationship, but it starts going one-sided, if we call it like that, where you're doing all the work, you're the one who's trying to make it happy, that person is just blaming you, controlling, and then we've got a relationship here, dynamics. And what we've got, this is called in psychotherapy, this is called, I'm sure you work with this, it's called transactional analysis. Or the main frame was built around transactional analysis, built around this, is how we relate to each other. And really we want to be here, but often we've got someone talking like an adult and making us feel like a child. So they're talking down to us. But what we've got to realize here is, this is the big thing we want to help you guys out with tonight, is when you've got someone who's speaking down to you, like they are not respecting you, they're not speaking to you as an equal, and you've got this thing going on here. I learned this from a doctor in psychotherapy and psychology. He says here, in transactional analysis, when people are playing a game like this with you, there's one thing to do.
And you'll never win.
No, you'll never win.
You'll never win.
But he said to me here, he said to me, there's one thing to do. And we all looked at him, we looked at each other and said, what's that? Run. He said, in a sense, don't play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't play the game. When they're trying to treat like that, walk away. They haven't got anyone to play the game with anymore.
And then they don't have the power, Yes.
That's true. Yes. Now, here's an interesting question here, because this we're just scratching the surface here. When you come out of a difficult relationship and you're trying to find normality, trying to find back normality, is this experience something that you put in your mind as being something like a mountainous hill with you've got to have ropes, you've got to have boots, you've got to have all sorts to get up the top to reach a point where you're feeling somewhere else? Or is it something else?
I think it's something else. I think, like we said on the last show that we did together, sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you really bring out your spiritual side. For me, my spiritual side and my intuition's always been there, but I always sort of kept it. I was quite reserved, I was quite shy about it. And when I hit rock bottom, I just was so empty that I just started looking at ways to work on me because I didn't like who I was. So for me, I think it's more about your spiritualness that digs you through, and it's looking at walking through doors and looking after you. And it is difficult because you have to almost shut away from people you love dearly, not because they've done anything wrong, but I had to shut myself away, and to a point I still have a little bit, but I'm getting back again. And probably a lot of people around me think, God, what have I done to hurt? I haven't done anything. I needed to heal. I needed to fix myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to be really selfish, and it's a really hard thing to explain, but you have to do it.
What tool did you use to fix yourself?
Self-care and moons, Philip.
So, Philip, that sounds like my mother. That's terrifying me. No, Phil is fine.
Which is why I do the workshops, and I'm so passionate about moons now.
Moons, okay.
I really, I've got a lot of passion about it.
This is interesting now, because though we talk about relationships, we could also talk about the relationships that we're going through now. I mean, it's quite interesting. I had a few conversations with people earlier that if you're looking for a new relationship at the moment, you've got a choice of 3 types of personalities or 3 types of people. You've got you've got the postman. He's a chancer. You've got the milkman, and maybe the dustman, because no one else is coming around at the moment. No. Sorry, teasing you people out there. No, right. Okay. So in your relationship here, we're using tools, being true to yourself, being kind to yourself here. And the interesting thing, I was actually having some conversation with people here, especially this time we're going through now, because this upheaval isn't just about an upheaval to do with life the way it is, though it is here. This is an upheaval on a bigger scale, because it's the relationship we're having with ourselves.
Yes, exactly. But this is what we should be looking at all the time.
Yes, and I think this is hilarious. My dad was a milkman, honestly. Is that? Oh, is that how you met your wife? That wasn't. No, sorry, I'm being very cheeky. Okay. Anyway, and someone's putting out a nice little fling to you there. Looking gorgeous, Taryn.
Pardon?
Simon Taylor says, "Looking gorgeous, Taryn."
Oh, thank
Isn't
you.
that nice?
I feel a bit scruffy. I won't go into details because it's gruesome, but I had a very stressful 24 hours. My daughter has a nice hole in her tongue. Quite literally.
Ouch, it's not so good.
So
good.
I'm actually in a jumper and tracksuit bottoms, but you can't see the tracky bums, so what can I say?
I daren't tell you what's on my bottoms, but there you go. Anyway, so moving on. Moving on now, swiftly. So we're talking about these relationships we're starting to have with things going on now. I mean, it is quite interesting. I mean, because dating may be changing completely, where we have to look at protection around safe distancing. I mean, how do you have a relationship with all this safe distancing going on? Do we have to dress up like this? I certainly hope not. I mean, what would it be like if we had to dress up like this? Hello. It'd just be too funny now, wouldn't it? It's dear, oh dear, oh dear. What are we like? Come on now, off you go. Anyway, so there we go. I hope you don't have to dress up like that. But anyway, but the relationship we're having with ourselves and the relationship with the time period we're in is calling for a lot of purpose and action from us. And the interesting thing I am hearing from people, and tell me if you're feeling the same, is that the media are doing their very best. They're doing their very best under the circumstances they're under. The NHS are at their absolute stretch. And all sorts of news is coming in about what this is. But would you agree here that what we're getting is very confusing?
Oh, yes. I think we're getting what they decide to give us. And I think, obviously, don't get me wrong, yes, coronavirus is here, it's dangerous, and people should be isolating, they should be protecting. The NHS are doing a fantastic job. My side of things is how much control the government now have over us, in ways that are a little bit worrying to me, and how when will that relax later on down the line, I suppose, tracking, phones, and yes, of course, they've always had access to doing these things, but I find it all a little bit worrying, if I'm honest. I sit there from a distance and I just go,
Okay. Yes. Okay, but distance here. So what people are saying to me now is, and actually I've been feeling this.
Yeah.
I've been feeling this. I know you've been feeling this. But what people are saying to me now here is they're looking somewhere else for truth.
Yes.
And it's always been there, isn't it? It's always been there. Always been there. Just we've been distracted by everything else that's going on here. And as Helen Grady says, mixed propaganda messages. Mixed propaganda.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And okay, all right, yeah. Preleen says they've been tracking us for years. They probably have been. With smartphones, been doing that. But yes, mixed propaganda messages. So this is when no one's blaming any media source out there. They're just doing what they got to do. But what is coming back to here is ourselves.
Yeah.
There, which is why we put it on
I think
the show.
that's the only positive to come out of this. I think a lot of people are really evaluating things in their life for the more positive, and I think that is a good thing to come out of this situation.
Oh, I think so too.
Yes. And I think it's so important, to do that.
I think you're right. I think it's important to do it and to reevaluate yourself and where you fit in this world. And it's interesting too about people who are feel they're losing a lot in their lives because their lives are moving on and changing. And I'm actually asking some of them today, how does it feel to move on, to let that go? And they say, actually, it's all right. I say, so why? Okay, so I was asking them, what was it about this feeling there, about wanting to, why was it a problem? And it's interesting because what they were saying, I thought was very interesting. Their thing is because of they haven't got control. They haven't got that control now.
Well, they also don't have the same pressures of life.
No, our worlds are changing.
I've got to think about this. I've got to do this tomorrow. I've got to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
That's all been taken away, so it allows you time.
Yes, I think it does as well. I think you're right there. So we're going through these times of change. We're having this energy around us. We're coming from the heart. We'll also talk about the moon. The moon is where you feel your emotional need. And right, okay. Oh, we've got loads of stories coming up here. Just to flash up some of these here. Karen Caravan says, yes, the world is evolving to higher energy. Yes, you're right, Karen. I absolutely agree. We are coming out to new energy and we need time to adjust. Nature needs time to recover from past pollutions, just my feeling, but it's worrying times. I think it's worrying times, but where are the worrying times though? Are they behind us because of what we were doing, or are they around us now when they're in front of us? But I think I was listening to a native Indian, and he was saying here, he says, what we've got to respect is we don't own anything on this planet. We're just visitors.
Exactly.
We're just visitors. To whatever it is we thought we had control over what we're doing here, we've got to change our perception and thinking. Yes. And, right. Okay. Katrina Clark Hager says, Hager? I would say Hager. Anyway, I'm disappointed at how much knowledge the government had from watching other countries. I really thought this country would have been better prepared. Yes, and I think, because I don't think you mean Spain as such or the UK. You mean somewhere else. Is that right? Yeah. I think you know somewhere there, because I think this is one of your good buddies. Yeah. But yes, I think here there was that information that this was out there. And just to, if you're enjoying this show, please like our Cafe Quiet page. Leave a comment or review. We would love a comment or review because we'd love guests like Taryn to come back on again. And if she's in demand, which she is, and to come on back on board the show and do this sort of thing here, then it really is something special for us. Okay. So, okay, Jay Jones says, this is an interesting one. Jay Jones says, finally learning to love myself after reaching rock bottom and being allowed time to heal and end things. Relationship. Yeah. The world needed to heal as we do as individuals. Yeah, powerful stuff. I think that's very, very, very accurate there. Love all your messages coming through, guys. And Jay, it looks like you're hanging on for dear life there on the edge of a tree. What are you doing, young lady? What are you doing? Yes. Anyway, and yes, they had to watch China and Italy. That's what Katrina says. And Karen Canavan says, absolutely, this time we'll change the way we see each other, hopefully appreciate each other and share love more. Now, that's an interesting thing here because we've always been saying here, and social media has been saying here, Yes, we do social distancing, or supposedly we do social distancing because we're being told to. However, we're more in communication with ourselves and our hearts and what we need for ourselves.
Yes.
We need for ourselves here. How are we likely to relate to each other? Is social distancing or emotional connectivity going to be a thing for you? How do you view it? How do you view this? I know we're being told things, but here's the crazy thing with how we are dictated to so easily. For instance, here, I could pop out on the street on a busy day when there are cars. At the minute, there's not many, but when there are cars, and try and direct traffic. So, yeah, go that way, go that way. And they're going to think I'm a madman because I'm standing in the middle of the road telling people where to go. They're going to boot, they're going to hoot me, they're going to be going things like telling me to get out of the way. They'll be going, yeah, definitely trying to get me out of the way. And then those people there will be telling me, having a right go at me. However, I put on a yellow jacket, fluorescent yellow jacket, and I say to people, go that way, and they go that way.
Mm-hmm. True.
So we're being conditioned to think here we should do certain things because we're being told to, because we think people are in yellow jackets, they know what's going on. However, how do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? That's where we need to know what's going on. And if we're in those relationships, where we have more connectivity with ourselves, are we going to appreciate people more?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's the terrifying word a man should never hear from a woman is, mm-hmm. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm in trouble, or does that mean I'm in a good place? How are you today, dear? Mm-hmm. What the heck does mm-hmm mean? It's terrifying language.
Oh, you make me laugh.
Brilliant. Anyway, okay, so Taryn, your thoughts. Well, tell us how you're feeling out there. What would you see as a thing that people need in their lives right now?
I think they need the moon.
Do you mean?
I think they need to have a positive mindset. I think they need to have intentions throughout their month. I think they need to learn how to surrender, and I think they need to learn how to sort of be open to new endeavors and let go. And these are all phases of the moon. I could keep going, but
Keep going.
keep
I've got loads
going.
of talking. Yeah, I'll have a coffee break now. Go on, you keep going.
Okay. Well, yeah. So basically, with the moon, and your self-care, what I say to people is I look at the 8 phases of the moon, and for me the new moon is all about setting your intentions, which most people know. Then you've got the waxing crescent moon, and I, with my ladies, a few of them are on here, I just did a workshop on the new moon, and I was teaching them how to plan and prepare during the wax crescent moon, and the first quarter moon, take action. And it's a really nice thing to have phases of the moon to recognize different areas of your life. It's just a really nice mindset. It's healthy, you know.
Yeah.
And then the waxing gibbous moon, as I say, is refine and observe. And then you've got the full moon, harvest endeavors. It's about letting go and also about celebrating. Celebrating what intentions you've set for that month. And then I've got the waning gibbous moon straight after that, and that's when I say to people, receive and introspect.
Okay.
And then the last quarter moon, surrender and forgiveness. And the waxing crescent, surrender and rest and restore. And then you're back round again.
Okay.
But it's a really nice way, if you have it and you journal and you're looking at your self-care, this is where I'm coming from with the moons. I do the workshops, and a lot of people that come to me, they feel a bit imbalanced. They come to my meditation classes, they come to me for Reiki, and I can tell what they need. But I find with the moon phase, it's a really beautiful way to put them in a positive mindset, to let them heal, let them forgive themselves, move forward, and it's just a beautiful thing to do, and I'm really passionate about it. But I also look at the self-care elements, which is like social self-care, sensory self-care, physical self-care, emotional self-care, and then you've obviously got intellectual self-care, and you have spiritual self-care. So we work on all these areas, and this is what I do with people in one-to-ones when I do emotional guidance coaching, but mainly it's the workshops, which are proving to be quite popular now. And it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Interesting enough here, how many people do you think don't understand or have a problem with self-care?
I think everyone at one stage in their life probably has a problem with self-care. I did massively for years, like probably practically my whole life.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought other people's feelings were more important than my own.
Okay.
I'm a Piscean, and I'm quite sensitive. Oi.
Oh, yeah. Yes. No. I understand what you mean there.
But yeah, you know, I sort of feel like I wanted to please others. And I think that's what I'm saying about when you say about meeting someone new. It's the biggest no-no. It's about yourself, because you're best for others when your self-care is 100%. When you are doing everything for yourself, you're at the right energy, you're strong. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You're a different person. You let off a different vibe and energy.
Yes, I think you do. When you're feeling good about yourself, you attract the people that hopefully are on that same particular wavelength. Yeah. It's the worst time to meet someone when you're feeling really grumpy, because you're going to meet someone who's grumpy. God. Yeah. Grumpy. Oh dear, we can go on there. No. Okay, right. So we're talking tonight about the Heart and the Moon. This is one of the first series we're going to talk about this, and we actually get a chance here to do some moon card readings, and we'll do some different things there. So would you like to have a dabble of this? We have a dabble of this. Dibbly dabbly. Here we go. Look at this, guys. We're come out with the goodies. And I'm also going to have a little look here, because I'm going to use a slightly different set of tarot cards tonight to what I normally use.
Do you know, I knew you were going to do this. I saw this. I was like, I bet you I'm going to do I was going to do a waxing crescent spread, and I thought, I wonder if Phil will pull a card as well, and do like different cards together.
We'll do, actually. In fact, next time what we'll do is I'll do cartomancy.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes, come on, there you go.
Love it.
Well, there you go. We'll be trying to keep you happy out there. You know this. Anyway, right. Okay, people, just to ring out a bit of noise here, we need to know if any of you guys there would like a little moon card reading. They're just little readings, little mini readings, and we're just going to help you guys along.
Sorry to cut you off. How I work is I like their star sign. I tune into their star sign and the phase of the moon. That's how I like to do it.
Okie dokie. So people, if you would like a little mini reading, it's time now to send in your star signs with your name. That means send them in. That's what that means. Yes. Okay, just in case whilst you're thinking about doing this here, let's see what the producer's up to. See what the producer's up to, all these messages coming through. Poor woman. All these messages coming through. Look at all these messages here. Look at you all. Oh, for goodness sake here. Look at it all. And all you people out there, like me, a little bit of a haircut.
We've got a Capricorn. We've got a Cancer.
We've got a Gemini. We got a High Deborah. What star sign's that? Sorry, there's no humour there at all. And just a little hoot for the producer who's running backwards and forwards here. That's just for that there. And okay, let's give it a party noise for you guys there over the pond in America and Canada. There you go, that's nice for you here. And for you people in the UK, here's an enormous sound for you. Nice. Okay, And we're shuffling away here. Okay, so let's go down here. Now,
I think Kat first, wasn't she? I'm just trying to scroll myself. I think Kat was the first one.
Okay, Kat. Kat, well, we got a few here. We got Kat. Let me watch this. We got Katrina. She said moon cards are great. Chelsea says yes, please, yes, please. And Jay says Cancer. So, okay, so I think Jay was the first one. I'm just going to track back through this, but don't worry, we just do a load here anyway. Whilst you're doing this, I am going to use the energy out there and just see what I pick up there whilst you're doing the moon card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first person I can see, and tell me if I'm wrong, the first person I can see from this is Kat saying
yes.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Yes, there she is. All Capricorns are there. They always go first.
Yeah.
That's special to me.
Okay,
They're
right.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so we're just going to do something a little general here. Just have a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun here and enjoy yourselves here. Okay, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm starting. Okay, you've got the new moon and eclipse. Full moon in Aquarius. Void of course moon.
Oh.
And the new moon.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want to say to Kat is there is a lot of powerful changes going to happen coming up. The new moon eclipse card is all about powerful change. I'm trying not to look at Phil because I can see him tuning in as well. And it's absolutely a time to contemplate ways. What I want to say is it's a time to contemplate ways to enjoy life, but also maybe reevaluate life. You may find that you connect with new people and you lose a lot of old people in your life. There's sort of friendships and challenges going on. I think you're feeling a bit uncomfortable at the moment with the whole situation. I feel a lot of stress, and I know there's a lot of stress there. But with the full moon in Aquarius card, it's asking you to be more open, communicate better, show the world the real you. Okay, that's quite strong, I feel, for Kat particularly. Kat is a very soft-natured lady, and I think that sometimes she doesn't communicate the way she should.
Okay.
Also, the void of course moon. Void of course moon is quite a nice card because it's sort of saying, yes, there's things going on, there's a lot of turbulence, but nothing will come of this situation, meaning nothing really intense and bad. But there is a new moon you've got, so there is a new exciting start coming, and I think this might be work related and house related for Kat. What do you feel, Phil?
Okay, rightio. I'm going to go straight in here, and I'd say here, yes, it's about letting go of emotions. It's about letting go of emotions, but redesigning where you want to go. The important thing here is what I can see what you're doing at the moment is you're waiting. You're waiting and you're processing. You're processing here. And the process is probably something you need to do, but I wouldn't put yourself under pressure here to feel that you've got to come out and do something right now. In fact, here, you're a little bit disillusioned about where you want to go. And that's not bad. That's not bad here, because it's like letting go of the old into the new. It's like the Capricorn part here was the Saturn bit here, rather, bit was the old structure. The old structure, the old ways. They're always used to abide by. It's almost like the old rules. Now it's new rules. Now it's new rules come in. It's like, well, hang on a minute, how do you do this? And it's getting this designed in the right way here. And this is where we can start moving on. So good luck to you. Good luck to you here. It's looking at what sometimes you're leaving behind could look bad, could look big, but what you're getting in front of you, well, acorns growing.
Yeah, the new moon card. It's good.
Acorns growing to trees. Ideas, everything comes up from an idea. So lovely. Okay, let's move on down. Let's move on down and see where we're going here. And put my glass on for this. I cannot see a thing. The thing this. Cheryl Portatuki said yes, please, but we don't know this. So, hang on, we come back here. She's a Cancer. Cheryl says that she's a Cancer. So now it's interesting with Cancers because doing a big talk here with Guillemar, who's coming on tomorrow morning. We've got an astrology show tomorrow morning with Guillemar. Cancer very much, especially if it's cancer rising, I'm not saying you are cancer rising, but very much about cancer is, yes, it's about the home. It's about, we always think that we want to wrap arms around everybody. But sometimes what we don't like as Cancerians is if when things don't work and we have to let them go, and people sometimes think they don't like us.
Mm.
They don't like us. It's like, it's the fear. It's the fear of, oh God, if people don't like you. It's a difficult thing to deal with on the cancer side. Let's get to the side here. Okay, far away. What have we got there? What you got on your side? On your side.
I'm just tuning in a little bit here.
That's another word that men don't like. What does that mean?
What I want to say to Cheryl is I think it's absolutely a time to contemplate and to think about her surroundings. She's got the new moon in Taurus, the new moon in Libra, the full moon in Aries, and the full moon in Libra as well. So you've got both the new moon in Libra and the full moon in Libra.
Okay.
I feel there's a bit of I wonder if she can sort of confirm either way. Has there been a climax around Cheryl? If not, there may be one on the horizon, I feel.
It's happened because I know that, just to bring it down here. Yes, yeah. Bring it down here, just put it on the screen. Yes, Cheryl has, because we've done a few videos to Cheryl before in the past here. It is very much about change. Yeah. Major change.
Quite an intense fiery climax with the full moon in Aries, but you've got the full moon in Libra, which is saying in the long run there will be a win-win outcome in your forecast. Mm-hmm. Whether that's connected to this fiery climax or not, I don't know, but I think it is, in the sense that, one, I see self-care, I see positive change, I see moving forward. You've also got the new moon in Libra, which is all about your romantic cycle.
Ooh.
It can also mean a new romantic cycle begins, not necessarily with a new person, but a new phase, a new cycle. Yes. One or the other. There's something around there, I feel. And the new moon in Taurus is lovely because that's saying, basically, prosperity lies ahead for you. So you've got lovely cards, really.
It is nice. It is. We sometimes look at the change we go through as being absolutely horrendous, but it's more harmful holding on to something than it is actually letting it go and let a process of change come in. And that lovely big word, trust.
Yes. And that is actually going to be going on, I think, with a lot of Cancerians. I don't know what you think, Phil, with just after the new moon as well. It is about looking at your friendship circles. They're going to be looking at that.
Yes.
And feeling that.
Yes.
And align yourself and your values and your interests and things like that.
Yeah.
And sort of reflecting on your clan, so to speak.
Yeah. I think as well, because when you talk about Cancerians, in the general of what's going on at the minute, there's Pluto, there's Saturn, there's Jupiter, which are all over in Capricorn, which is in a relationship area of your chart, which is putting you through a lot of pressure, a lot of change. However, this can also be an extremely powerful and beneficial time. Is that when we're shaken up from a foundation, we don't like it. However, how many times in our lives have we been forced change in our lives? Actually turned out then for the better, because the universe is saying here, look, you've been in this particular place in your life for quite a while. Now it's time to change.
Actually, the waxing crescent is from tomorrow. I'm asking my ladies who've done the workshop New Moon. So maybe I'm thinking of Cheryl with this. Is maybe ask her to become more focused and look at sort of aligning her energy with self-care, looking at things around her, and taking sort of inspired action, looking at what she needs to inspire herself.
Lovely. That's nice. That's very nice energy. Very nice energy to have this. Okay, your cards are saying to you here, you're going to be working hard on yourself, and you could think here that your big worry at the moment may be about money and things like this particular area of your life here. However, I think here what you'll learn to do, there's a lovely way here, is not to conflict. Transactional analysis. Learn to dance. You're thinking here, what? Dancing? What's all this got to do with it? Yes, well, the dancing We learn, and we know what games people are playing. You dance with them. You play it out, or you just, but you can do it from a distance, so it doesn't look like they're harming you. One of the big things, relationships, made a big list here about relationships, and where we're going here. One of the big things about relationships is, we'll share these over the next few weeks. One of them is to find love in your life is to have shared interests. So someone you're with is they have a similar interest to you. Similar interest to you here. And if you're doing something you both do together and you both enjoy it, fantastic. Because then you've got a relationship that's working on different levels, multi-levels there. Right, let's have a look. We're going to show, we're going to go to Chelsea. Chelsea's a Virgo. And Chelsea is all the way out there. Hang on, let's have a look out there. Let's have a look out there. Yes, just about here. Yes, it's in San Diego.
Okay.
San Diego. Golly, Miss Molly. She's probably looking at me thinking, you nut job. Anyway, right. So, yes, so for you, you're probably just getting up this morning. So I think this is for you. Good morning to you over there.
Okay, let's have a look for Chelsea.
Let's just put Chelsea's details up here. Here we go. Chelsea Virgo.
Have a look, lovely. Okay, you've got the balsamic moon. You've got the full moon. New moon in Leo. And the new moon in Capricorn.
Ooh.
Okay. What I do want to say, I think, is with the balsamic moon, it's all about healing. It's all about giving yourself that time to heal. So if there's something around you that you need to heal or reflect, this would be a really good time. The cards are sort of saying to you, maybe take that time to heal. It's a perfect time because we're in isolation. Mm-hmm. You couldn't really ask for a better time to look at that. I don't feel anything sort of heavy by that. I see it as a really positive thing. You've also got the full moon, which is connected to that, because the full moon is always about sort of surrender to the divine. So I think perhaps with Chelsea, obviously I don't know Chelsea, I almost want to say perspective and outlook.
Very, yes. Sorry, carry on.
Chelsea. No, that's fine. I almost want to say it's about looking at your your work, your well-being, and your health, I feel, as well with Chelsea. And I think it's about reflect on how you might broaden your, just everything in your life, how you look through that lens and maybe put a new lens on.
Okay.
You've also got the new moon in Leo. And you really need to work on your confidence. Confidence is her key to success, I want to say to Chelsea. I don't know if that's relevant. Obviously, Phil knows you, I don't. And you've got the new moon in Capricorn, which is a lovely card because to me, the new moon in Capricorn is all about hard work and commitment is starting to pay off. So I think if you put these things in action, look at your healing, look at your maybe a fresh perspective. It's a time for you to sort of seek out knowledge from people you trust, maybe even perhaps grow in your own spiritual self. I don't know if you feel that way. That's kind of what I'm feeling with Chelsea.
Okay, it's lovely doing from a reading to a person that you don't know, because often when you don't know the person, you've got nothing there to go by other than what your intuition, your psyche is telling you.
Yeah, what I feel.
It's very good, very, very good. I'm sure Chelsea will relate to a lot of that. And just doing 3 cards for Chelsea. Actually, I'm going to go for these ones here, actually. Let's have a little look here. Chelsea, I would like to say to you, yes, let go of an old relationship, let go of an old love, and you'll find here you'll become easier and happier. And you are traveling, young lady. You are going to be on the move. New energies, new enterprises, new fun. And it's going to be interesting here because I just say by those cards there, you're just going to go out there and go, this is life, come and get me. And I just get
she just needs to work on her confidence.
Okay, we started a couple minutes late because we had a bit of a technical issue with Instagram. Unfortunately, we were trying to do Instagram and Facebook at the same time, but the technology there wouldn't relate it. So we've got a couple of minutes. We're gonna do another reading. Let's go down here. The next one is Helen Grady. She's a Gemini. Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay. Right. Helen Grady. So let's just have a look here. 4659. How are we going on there? So I think that's 4659. 46. I was thinking, what on earth I meant there. Chelsea says, yes, I relate. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are very, very welcome. Guys, just thank you very much here. We've had 67 thumbs up. We've had, something's just happened there. We've all gone reset there.
Okay, 2 cards shot out at me very vigorously, so I've decided therefore Helen, clearly, because they just shot out my hand, quite literally.
If they do that, they've got to come out.
They've got to
when they pop out, they've got to come out.
They've got to come out. It's all about coming out, Phil. Are you coming out, Phil?
Out to play, yeah. All right. Your house is a bit too far away from mine. Hey, anyway, good evening to you all. Lovely to see you. Let's give you guys. Yes, I think you need a bit of that there. And anything else? No, I think that's about it at the minute. Okay, right. Okay, are you enjoying this?
So with Helen, it's quite interesting. Helen, I think, knows herself. She has to look after her energy levels, I feel, because she gives so much. And when we give so much with energy and time and helping others, as you know, Phil, I know, we can sometimes get a bit drained.
Yeah.
And what I feel with Helen is it's a really good time for Helen at the moment, just after the new moon, I feel, to contemplate and consider her ways to detox and look at her self, really. I don't know how to word it, really. What to do to lose herself, let go, and almost just spend some time on herself. It's great what she does for other people, but it's really important to give herself that recharge. And I feel very strongly for Helen. I can feel she's a wonderful lady. I can feel a wonderful energy around her. But also she may be feeling like she wants to detox in other ways, like maybe alcohol, how she sleeps, or just things like that. Just not in a bad way. Just she may even get that feeling of, oh, I'm going to get a bit healthier. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's almost like a reflect on escapism, you know. Yeah, I feel that around her. But anyway, going to the cards.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
You've got the new moon in Gemini, Helen, and you've got the waxing crescent moon, you've got the gibbous moon, and you've got the new moon in Taurus. Now, it's interesting. The new moon in Gemini is all about asking you to communicate and communicate well. Communication is key, okay? So maybe with all those feelings I've got, maybe I think what I want to say is maybe take that time to clear your mind of other people and look after yourself a little bit, so that when you have important communication, it's coming from you and from your own perspective and your own self-care. You've also, with the waxing crescent moon, it's about keeping that faith in your dreams. The gibbous moon is lovely because that's all about achieving your goals. And you're very close to whatever you've got in sight. You're so close to it. You're already very successful, obviously. And the new moon in Taurus is lovely. New moon in Taurus is all about prosperity. So I want to say to her, prosperity lies ahead. And I would love to know what Helen thinks of that, if she picks up on any of that.
Yes, I'm sure she will do. I'm sure she will do here. It's interesting to say about communication and technology. It took all day to get... It took all day to get the technology right, to get a message across. In the end, it became a competition. It was hilarious. Anyway, right. Okay, Helen, 3 piles of cards here. Let's go over this one. Let's see what we've got going up here. And we have got I've got here. Ah, yes, I understand what you mean about happiness. And sometimes, watch those energy levels. Just let them sometimes, just need to relax, need to chill out, need to take it easy. And but your cards here are very much about you just looking at things, weighing them all up, but just they're all what are called minor cards. So it's just like, well, one day I could think about this, the following day that'd be on my mind, and something else is going on, but nothing really is going to be happening or changing, anything like that. Okay. So we are just 7 minutes past 10, and in Spain, which is it's 7 minutes past 9 in the UK. So we're going to call that. We're going to stop the readings just there, but we're going to come back to this next time we're on and do a little short talk, but then get some more readings on the moon, and we'll also do astrology charts as well. So you could do the moon cards, and then I'm going to look at astrology charts, see where Venus is, Mars is, and the moon is, and let's get this heart and moon. But guys,
Can I say also is if anyone likes the idea of sort of the moon phases and doing some work on themselves, I've got the full moon coming up the 7th of May. I've got a little workshop. It's on my page. I'm going to be doing those every month, and it really is lovely. On my new moon one, I had people in Canada, the States, Poland. It was just lovely. And sit together, and we really do go through sort of prompts and looking at your self-care, and it's just a really nice energy, and I'm very passionate about it. So if anyone here is interested, it's on my page, and come and see it.
Okay, so your website page, is it website page or Facebook page?
Facebook page, Truly Intuitive.
Truly Intuitive. Truly Intuitive. So we're going to, in fact, I think I can just put that up there, and that should.
Oh, you're welcome, Helen. Thank you.
Good. There we go. Truly Intuitive. That's it. Truly Intuitive. So that's us there. Truly Intuitive. So this is the site to go on, Facebook site there, and it'll be an absolute pleasure. And give our love to everybody over there in Bedfordshire in the UK. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you again tonight.
Buckinghamshire.
Bedfordshire. She's she has these issues every now and then.
I used to be Bedfordshire, but I moved around the corner, and now I'm Buckinghamshire.
Oh, so just round the corner. That's it. Just take the county with you. Yeah. Anyway, fabulous. Pleasure having you on the show tonight. And next time we'll be doing a little bit more on the Heart of the Moon. We're coming from a slightly different approach. We'll be confirming dates very, very soon. But Taryn, thank you so much for being our guest tonight. And guys out there, geez, well, I just want to say thank you so much, because without you guys here, where would we be? So a big round of applause for you. Thank you. We've got 80 thumbs up, we've got 136 hearts, and we've got 32 laughs. So that's not bad going, is it? That's not bad going. Yes.
Sorry, I've got to show you this. Katrina's sticking up for me. Look what she's put in capitals.
Buckinghamshire. No, it's not true. She's trying to show us she's gone up market, but don't believe a word of it. Don't believe. And tomorrow morning 9 o'clock. Sorry, what did I say? 9 o'clock. Tomorrow morning 11 o'clock Spain, 10 o'clock UK. I'm on with my good friend Guillemard. She's a fantastic astrologer. Just come this side. Fantastic astrologer there, and we do an astrology show, we do a numerology show, and we do a spirit show together, and that's on 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock UK. And if you'd like to join us, please do. Just as you've done, just like the page, and also spread the word, guys. This is what we need you guys to do there. Please, can you like the page, share it. If you'd like to hear, leave a comment on the page itself. No way you put a space bar there. Just write a comment saying, really enjoy the show. Here, because that really.
And also sharing it, isn't it, on their page, on their profile.
Yes, we've also here, which I thought was absolutely fabulous. Priya up there in Norfolk, Norwich, Norfolk. She actually took a photograph. Of us on television, or myself on television, right, which is the last time I was on Sunday, and posted it up on Facebook. So I don't think I've got it on this page here. No, it's on my Facebook page there. But basically, it was just on there, and it's just fabulous. If you guys want to take a picture of us on the show anytime here and just send it through to us and say where you're from, that would be absolute magic, because I'm sure that it just builds a lovely community. And then, Taryn, it's been an absolutely lovely evening to share with you. And
Thank you.
let's.
Can I say one last thing? I have to say this for everyone here. With the first quarter moon, 7 days after the new moon, for the few ladies I did do some readings for where I felt they needed it, but for everyone, it's a really nice time tomorrow, 7 days after the new moon, for the first quarter to take root, to gather momentum and build your energy, and ask yourself how you're feeling, and what small ways can you raise your energy and your vibe, and what practical action can you take in the next few days. It just gets your momentum going and keeps you focusing forward. So just want to share that as a bit of...
Okay, yes, okay, because it's very interesting there. Just to add on that, being from the astrology perspective here, when there's a new moon, people always think they've got to start and do something on a new moon. That's not true. That's not true.
No.
Because the sun is either behind it or around the other side of the moon here, and it can't be seen. So it can't be seen here. So why would you do something in the dark? It's a great time to think about doing something and preparation. And you're spot on there, Taryn, in astrology. After the first 7 days, that moon, you start to see it starts to come out in the sky there. You see the first crescent there. That's the time to put your plan into initiation. So don't do it on when it's on the dark of the moon, because we are in the dark. Where are we going? We've got to feel it first. We've got to embrace it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got to feel the love.
Oh, look at you feeling your love, Phil.
Thank you so much. I feel it too. Anyway, absolute pleasure, and just wish you, your family, friends out there, and please send our love to everybody who knows us too, and a big heart from myself and my dear producer and wife Deborah, and wish you.
Oh yeah, lovely Deborah.
Okay, wonderful. You take care. And from us, I think we just leave you with a little tune. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?